Hello and welcome to our second week of our online class. I'm your teacher, Teacher Darny, and today we are going to have a continuation of our topic, which is fraction. And today we're going to focus more about improper fraction and mixed number. So what is improper fraction? What is mixed number? We're going to discuss that today. So before that, let's have first our objectives for today. So at the end of this discussion, you will be able to convert improper fraction to mixed numbers and mixed numbers to improper fractions. Okay, and you're going also to compare improper fractions and mixed numbers later in this discussion. Of course, do not forget that you need to answer your worksheet number 3, worksheet number 4, and worksheet number 5. So you can print your worksheet if you don't have a copy yet. Anyway, this will be, all the worksheets will be provided in our line group. Before we continue, let's have first our vocabularies. So we have 3 words for today. The first word is, everybody let's read, proper fraction. Again, proper fraction. Next, our second word, we have improper fraction. Again, improper fraction. And the last word, we have mixed number. Again, mixed number. So these are 3 words that we are going to use in our discussion today. Okay, let's have our first word. What is a proper fraction? So when we say a proper fraction, it is a fraction whose numerator is smaller than its denominator. So if you could still remember, our numerator is the number above our fraction and the denominator is the number below our fraction. So let's have first here, our keyword is of course smaller than. So when we say proper fraction, the numerator is small, the denominator is big. Let's have here an example. We have here 5 over 7. So you could see that our numerator, which is 5, that is smaller than our denominator, which is 7. So 5 over 7 is a proper fraction. Next, we have 2 over 8. So again, 2 is smaller than 8. So this is also a proper fraction. Next, we have 7 over 15. So again, the numerator is small, the denominator is big, so this is a proper fraction. Another example, we have 10 over 21. So again, this is a proper fraction because the numerator is smaller than the denominator. Okay, that's very easy. Now, here, let's have an example. We have blank over 30. So you can see here that our denominator is 30. So if we say proper fraction, our numerator must be smaller than our denominator. So we can have 2 over 30. Yes, we can have that. We can have 10 over 30. We can have 25 over 30. We can have 29 over 30. So any number lesser or smaller than 30, and we put it as our numerator, then that will be a proper fraction. So next, let's have now improper fraction. So when we say improper fraction, it is a fraction whose numerator is greater than its denominator. So the keyword here is greater than. So when we say greater than, numerator is big, denominator is small. So now let's have an example here. We have 5 over 2. So you could see that our numerator is 5, our denominator is 2. So 5 is greater than 2. So we can say that this is an improper fraction. Next, another example, we have 7 over 6. So 7 is big, 6 is small. So numerator is greater than our denominator. So this is an improper fraction. Next, we have 14 over 5. So again, this is also an improper fraction. Another, we have 20 over 16. So again, the numerator is greater than our denominator. Here, if we have here blank over 9, so we can just write any number greater than 9 to make it as an improper fraction. So we can have 10 over 9, we can have 11 over 9, we can have 20 over 9, 30 over 9, as long as the numerator is greater than our denominator. So these are improper fractions. Next, let's have now mixed numbers. So when we say mixed numbers, these are made up of a whole number and a separate fraction. So I think this was also this was already discussed when you were in grade 4, that a mixed number is a combination. We have a whole number and we have a fraction. Here are the examples. We have 2 and 3 over 5. So 2 and 3 over 5, that is a combination of a whole number and a fraction. Okay, so this is an example of a mixed number. Another example, we have 5 and 7 over 10. Again, a whole number and a fraction. Now we have also 8 and 15 over 21. So these are examples of a mixed numbers. Now take note that when we say mixed numbers, it is a combination of a whole number and a fraction, which is a proper fraction. Okay, so a whole number and a proper fraction, not improper fraction. Okay, so again, we discuss about proper fraction, improper fraction, and mixed number. Those are very easy words. Now, let's talk about converting improper fractions to a mixed number. So how do we convert improper fraction to mixed number? Let's have an example here. We have convert 8 and 8 over 3 to a mixed number. So you can see that 8 over 3, that is of course improper fraction. 8 is bigger than 3. So here's our solution. So very simple. All we have to do is to divide the numerator by its denominator. So we can say that 8 divided by 3. Okay, so we can write this in this manner. So if we divide 8 by 3, we get 2. And then we multiply 2 times 3, we have 6. And then we minus 8 minus 6, we have 2. Since we cannot divide 2 by 3 anymore, so this is now our remainder. Now, how are we going to write our answer? First, we are going to copy the quotient. So the quotient will be now our whole number. And then our remainder will be our new numerator. So let's just copy that. And then our denominator will be the same. So just copy the denominator and we have now our mixed number. So the answer would be 2 and 2 over 3. Again, 8 over 3 is equal to 2 and 2 over 3. So now let's have another example here. So now let's convert 14 over 4 to a mixed number. So take note that we have 14 here. This is big number. This one is a small number. So this is an improper fraction. So how are we going to do that? We'll just simply write 14 divided by 4. Okay, so 14 divided by 4. Let's have 1 divided by 4. That is 0. Next, we have 14 divided by 4. We have 3. 3 times 4, we have 12. Next, we minus this. We have 4 minus 2, we have 2. 1 minus 1, we have 0. Now, we cannot divide 2 by 4, so this will be now our remainder. So we just copy our quotient, which is 3. Our remainder, which is 2. And then copy our denominator. So therefore, we have now 14 over 4 is equal to 3 and 2 over 4. Okay, now another example. We have here 25 over 6. So again, 25, this is big. 6, this is small. So this is an improper fraction. So the same, we'll just write 25 divided by 6. Okay, so 2 divided by 6, that is of course 0. 25 divided by 6, we have 4. 4 times 6, we have 24. And then we minus this. 5 minus 4 is equals to 1. 2 minus 2 is equals to 0. Since we cannot divide 1 by 6, so this will be our remainder. So again, what's the answer? We just copy our quotient. So that would be 4. Our remainder, that would be 1. And then our denominator will be the same. So therefore, 25 over 6, that is equal to 4 and 1 over 6. Okay, so now we are done with our examples. So let's have a look of our worksheet number 3. Please get your papers. So we have here letters A to I. So this is 9 items. We are going to convert the following improper fractions to mixed numbers. So now let's discuss first letter A, so that you have you will have a basis on how to answer the rest of the worksheet. So now let's again answer first our worksheet number 3. That would be, first we have letter A, 8 over 6. So again, numerator is big, denominator is small. So let's write our solution. Okay, so that would be 8 divided by 6. 8 divided by 6, that is 1. 1 times 6, that would be 6. Let's minus. 8 minus 6, we have 2. So since we cannot divide 2 by 6, so this would be our remainder. Okay, now, so what is our answer? So I'll just write here. So our answer will be what? We have 1. This is our quotient. Our remainder is 2. And our denominator, which is 6. Now, take note that 2 and 6 are divisible by 2. So let's try to simplify our answer. So instead of writing 1 and 2 over 6, we can still divide this by 2, right? So therefore, we can say that our final answer will be 1 and 1 over 3. So this would be our final answer. You can just write or here. Okay, let's try to erase that. Sorry. So you can just write or 1 and 1 over 3. Okay, so here you can copy that on your worksheet. Please answer. Please write your solution on your notebook. Again, write your solution on your notebook. Okay, so now you are done answering worksheet number 3. So if you're not yet done, it's okay. You still have more time to finish that one. And now let's continue first our discussion. Let's have now converting mixed numbers to improper fractions. So let's have the other way around on how to convert those two fractions. So let's have an example here. So for example, we have convert 2 and 1 over 5 into improper fraction. So how are we going to change this? This is actually very, very simple. Here's our solution. So we have 2 and 1 over 5. First, we are just going to multiply the denominator and the whole number. So you have here 5 times 2, we have 10. Okay? And then after we multiply the denominator and the whole number, let's just add the numerator. So we have 1 here, so we'll just add 10 plus 1 is equal to 11. Okay, that's it. That's a very simple process in how to convert mixed number to improper fraction. So how are we going to write our answer? So just copy our answer here. That will be our numerator. And of course, our denominator will still be the same. So our answer will be 11 over 5. So again, 2 and 1 over 5 is equal to 11 over 5. So now let's have another example. So let's say we have 5 and 2 over 5. Let's convert this into improper fraction. So our solution, let's write here 5 and 2 over 5. So simply we have 5 times 5. Here 5 times 5. That will be 25. And then let's add our numerator, which is 2. So we have plus 2. So therefore, the answer is 27. Now, since we have now our final answer, we're going to write this as our new numerator and then just simply copy our denominator, which is 5. So therefore, our final answer is 27 over 5. So this is our answer. Now, another example. Let's say we have 7 and 2 over 3. Let's change it to improper fraction. So how are we going to write that? Still very simple. We have 7 and 2 over 3. So we'll just multiply 3 times 7. So we have 3 times 7, or you can write 7 times 3, up to you. So we have 21. And then let's add here our numerator, which is 2. So plus 2. So therefore, we have 23. So let's write this as our new numerator. We have 23. And let's copy our denominator, which is 3. So therefore, the answer is 23 over 3. Now we're done with examples on how to answer or how to convert mixed number to improper fractions. Let's answer now our worksheet number 4. So please get your worksheet number 4, and still we have letters A to I, so that's 9 items. And let's answer first letter A so that you will have a basis on how to answer this one. So now let's discuss worksheet number 4, letter A, that is 2 and 1 over 4. So let's have letter A, which is 2 and 1 over 4. Okay, so let's convert this into improper fraction. That's very easy. So let's write our solution here. So we have 2 and 1 over 4. So 4 times 2. So we have 4 times 2. That would be 8. Okay, and then let's add our numerator, which is 1. So that would be 9. So therefore, our answer is what? We have 9 over 4. So that would be our answer. Again, please write your solution on your notebook. Now we are done discussing about how to convert improper fraction to mixed number, and mixed number to improper fraction. Let's now compare fractions that are improper fractions and mixed numbers. So let's have an example here. Let's compare 1 and 2 over 3 and 9 over 6. So how are we going to do this? Now, we actually have two methods on how to compare these fractions. Let's discuss first method number 1, which is we convert mixed number to improper fraction. So how are we going to do that? So we have here the two numbers. Since this one is a mixed number, we are going to convert. We're going to change this into an improper fraction. So how are we going to do that? So simply multiply the denominator and the whole number. So we have 3 times 1, that would be 3. And then we add the numerator, which is 2, so that would be 5. So 1 and 2 over 3, that is equal to 5 over 3. Now we'll just copy 9 over 6, and this is now our fractions. Now take note that we cannot compare fractions if the denominators are not the same. So we have here denominators 3 and 6. So how are we going to answer this one? So the same, we're going to find the LCM of these two numbers. And the LCM of 3 and 6 is 6. So now let's change 3. We multiply it by 2 to make it 6. So therefore, we have 5 times 2 is equals to 10. And 3 times 2 is equals to 6. So our denominators are now the same, so we can now compare these two fractions. So of course, we can say that 10 is greater than 9, so therefore, the answer is greater than. Going back to our original numbers, we have 1 and 2 over 3 is greater than 9 over 6. Okay, so that's very simple. Now, let's have our method 2. So method 2, this is the opposite way around. So we convert improper fractions to mixed numbers. So let's try to write again our numbers here. So we have 1 and 2 over 3 is blank 9 over 6. So our improper fraction is 9 over 6. So we just convert this into mixed number. So 9 divided by 6, that would be 1 remainder 3. So our mixed number would be 1 and 3 over 6. Let's just copy our another mixed number. So now these are our new numbers. So take note that our our whole numbers are equal. So no need to compare this one. Let's evaluate. Let's check our denominators. Again, our denominators are not the same. We have 3 and 6. So therefore, let's find the LCM of 3 and 6. And the LCM is, of course, we have 6. So let's change the denominator and we multiply it by 2. So therefore, we have 2 times 2, we have 4, and 3 times 2, we have 6. We'll just copy the whole number, and this is now our final mixed number. So we can now compare the following mixed numbers. So you can see that 4 is greater than 3, so therefore we can say that 1 and 4 over 6 is greater than 1 and 3 over 6. So we have the same answer. Okay, so again, we have two methods. It's up to you which method you would like to use, as long as your answer is and your process is correct. Okay, so now let's compare 7 over 5 and 1 and 3 over 10. Take note that this is an improper fraction. This is a mixed number. So how are we going to do that? Again, take note, we have two methods. So now let's have first method 1. So we convert the mixed number to an improper fraction. So this one, let's just copy this. 7 over 5. So since this is our mixed number, we'll change this into an improper fraction. Again, 10 times 1, that is 10 plus 3. So therefore, this is 13 over 10. Okay, now take note that 5 and 10, they are not the same. So we're going to find our LCM. So the LCM of 5 and 10 is what? So if we're going to write this, 5, 10, 15, and so on and so forth. We have 10, 20, 30, and so on and so forth. Our LCM will be 10. So this is our LCM. So since this is 10 already, let's just convert 7 over 5. Let's change this into 10. So 7 over 5, we multiply it by, very good, we multiply it by 2. So therefore, this will be 7 times 2, that is 14 over 10. So therefore, we can say that this one is also, we have 14 over 10. So since our denominator are now the same, we can compare which is bigger, 14 or 13. Okay, the answer is, of course, we have 14 is greater than 13. So therefore, this is our answer. 7 over 5 is greater than 1 and 3 over 10. Okay, now let's have a method number 2. So method number 2, we can convert improper fraction to a mixed number. So therefore, this is our mixed number. So let's change this. We divide 7 divided by 5. So that would be 1. 1 times 5, we have 5 minus 7 minus 5. We have 2. So therefore, we have 1. This one, this is our quotient. 1 and 2 over 5. Let's copy this one. Okay, so now we have our two mixed number. Take note that their denominators are not the same. So let's try to find the LCM of 5 and 10. And we know that the LCM of 5 and 10 is 10. So we have 5, 10, 15, 10, 20, 30. So we have 10. So this is our LCM. So we need to change 1 and 2 over 5. We're going to multiply it by 2. Okay, so 2 times 2, we have 4. 5 times 2, we have 10. Let's just copy our whole number. So the answer would be 1. Let's just write it here. 1 and 4 over 10. Okay, so our whole number, we have 1 and 1. That is the same. We have denominator the same. So let's look at the numerator. So 4 is greater than 3. So therefore, we have greater than as the answer. So 7 over 5 is greater than 1 and 3 over 10. Okay. Let's have another example. We have 2 and 2 over 3 and 11 over 5. Now let's try to use method 1. We change mixed number to improper fraction. So this is our mixed number. So 3 times 2, we have 6. Plus 2, we have 8. So this became 8 over 3. And then this one, we copy 11 over 5. Now, look at their denominators. They are not the same. We have 3 and we have 5. So we now look for the LCM. Let's look for the LCM of 3 and 5. How are we going to do that? We have, let's first write the first 5 numbers, or 5 digits. We have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Okay, now 5, we have 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so we can actually see that we already have our LCM. So this is now our LCM. So therefore, the LCM of 3 and 5 is 15. So therefore, we need to change this. 8 over 3, we multiply it by what number? So we multiply it by 5. Okay, so we multiply it by 5. 8 times 5, we have 40. 3 times 5, we have 15. So this will now be 40 over 15. Okay, how about 11 over 5? So 11 over 5, we multiply it by 3. So 3 times 5, we have 15. 11 times 3, we have 33. So this is 33 over 15. Now, since our denominators are the same, we have 15 and 15, we check our numerator. 40 is greater than 33, so our answer is greater than. Now let's have the method 2 of this problem. So method 2 is converting improper fraction to a mixed number. So since this is a mixed number, we'll just copy this. We have 2 and 2 over 3 blank. So 11 over 5. So again, let's just divide 11 over 5. So we have 11 divided by 5. So we have 1 divided by 5, we have 0. 11 divided by 5, we have 2. 2 times 5, we have 10. And then we minus, we have a remainder of 1. So therefore, we can write this as 2 and 1 over 5. Okay, now take note that our denominators are not the same. Okay, so since our whole number are the same, so we need to check our denominator. So 3 and 5, what's the LCM of 3 and 5? What's the LCM? So let's try to write. We have 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. Okay, for 5 we have 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, we have here our LCM, which is 15. So we need to change this one, 3 to 15 and 5 to 15. So 2, so let's have it here, 2 and 2 over 3. Let's multiply this by what? Let's multiply this by 5. So 5, this one is 5. So therefore we have 2 times 5, we have 10. And then we have 5 times 3, we have 15. We just simply copy now our whole number. So this will be 2 and 10 over 15. Now let's have 2 and 1 over 5. So 2 and 1 over 5. We multiply this by 3. Okay, so this became 1 times 3, we have 3. 5 times 3, we have 15. And then we copy our whole number. So this became 2 and 3 over 15. Okay, so you could see that we have now the same denominator. So we'll just check our numerator, 10 and 3. So therefore 10 is greater than 3. So our answer will be greater than. Okay, next. Let's have another example. We have compare 3 and 1 over 5 and 19 over 10. So you could see here, method 1, mixed number to improper fraction. So we change this. 5 times 3, 15 plus 1, we have 16 over 5 blank 19 over 10. Denominators, they are not the same. So the LCM of 5 and 10, what's the LCM? 5, 10, 15. Let's have this. 10, 20. Okay, we have here, it's 10. So we need to change this one to 10. So we multiply it by 2. So therefore we have 32, over 10. So of course, we have greater than. Next, let's have now here, method 2, convert improper fraction to mixed number. So since this is our mixed number, let's just write this one. 3 and 1 over 5 blank. So 19 divided by 10. Okay, so this is 0. This is 1. 1 times 10, we have 10. And then we have 9 as our remainder. So we can say that this is 1 and 9 over 10. Okay. Now, you could see here that our whole number, we have a different whole number. We have 3 and 1. So we don't need to change this one because our whole numbers are not the same. So 3 is greater than 1, so therefore we can say that the answer is greater than. So we are done discussing some examples on how to compare improper fractions and mixed numbers. So now let's answer your worksheet number 5. Please get your worksheet number 5 and let's answer letter A so that you will have a basis on how to answer the worksheet. So now let's answer letter A, which is we're going to write 2 and 1 over 3 blank 10 over 4. So now let's have our solution, and this is method 1. Again, you can use any method up to you. So method 1 again, we change mixed number to improper fraction. So again, this is 2 and 1 over 3 blank 10 over 4. So now we change this to improper fraction. So we multiply 3 times 2, we have 6 plus 1, we have 7 over 3 blank 10 over 4. Okay, so take note that our denominators are not the same. So we need to change it and find its LCM. So the LCM of 3 and 4, let's try to write this. We have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. How about 4? We have 4, 8, 12. Okay, we have now our LCM, which is 12. So therefore, we need to change 3 and 4 to 12. So in order to change this, let's just multiply 7 over 3. So we multiply this by 4. So 7 times 4, we have 28. 3 times 4, we have 12. So this became 28 over 12. Next, we multiply 10 over 4. We multiply it by 3 to make it 12. So 10 times 3, we have 30. 4 times 3, we have 12. So therefore, this is 30 over 12. So looking at the numbers, we have 28 is less than 30. So our answer is less than. Okay, now let's have method 2. So again, the same letter A, 2 and 1 over 3, 10 over 4. So our solution for method 2. Method 2. So again, method 2 is improper fraction to mixed number. So let's just copy our mixed number blank 10 over 4. So we change this to a mixed number. So 10 divided by 4, we have 1 divided by 4, 0. 10 divided by 4, we have 2. 2 times 4, we have 8. 10 minus 8, we have 2. So therefore, this is 2 and 1 over 3. Just copy. And then this one is, we have 2 and 2 over 4. So now we have our mixed number. Take note that our denominators are not the same. Whole numbers are the same, so no problem. Let's check our denominator. So again, the LCM of 3 and 4 is 12. Okay, so we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 4, 8, 12. Okay, that is our LCM. So we change this. So therefore, we have 1 over 3. Can I write it here? So we just multiply this by 4. So we have now 2 and 4 over 12. Sorry. And then we change this. We multiply this by 3. See, we multiply this by 3. So we have 2 and 6 over 12. Okay, so therefore, we have 4 is less than 6. So our answer is less than. Okay. So that's it. Again, today we discuss about how to convert improper fractions to mixed number and mixed number to improper fraction. And we also compare mixed numbers and improper fraction. Again, do not forget to answer your worksheet number 3 for and 5. Once again, I'm Teacher Darny. See you next week. Have a nice day.